persons were injured in a grenade blast at Gasbari Goreshwar bordering Kamrup and Baksa districts in Lower Assam on the 24th of February. Police personnel who rushed to the spot to investigate said that 2 grenades were hurled by 2 motorcycle riders at around 6:10 p.m. The injured were immediately rushed to the hospital. The police suspect the involvement of the Songbijit faction of NDFB. People of Assam condemn the violence strongly.
हाँ, ये जो ब्लास्ट हुआ गरेसर में, ये तो हम निंदा करता है। सिर्फ हम ही नहीं, हर असम का जनता, आम आदमी सब निंदा करता है, क्योंकि लास्ट जो 1-1.5 साल से असम में थोड़ा शांति आ रहा था, सब आदमी शंका दूर हो गया था। तो अभी क्या हुआ, आज कम 4-5 महीना पहले से फिर शुरू हो गया। कोई संगठन, उग्रवादी संगठन ने फिर से शुरू कर दिया बम ब्लास्ट, हाथापाई, मारपीट, ये सब होना शुरू हो गया असम में फिर से। तो इसके वजह से असम तो और पीछे जाना पड़ेगा।
Distraught cries of a mother brought tears to many eyes in Manipur, even as the dead bodies of 2 young Punjabi traders, Satwinder Singh and Daljit Singh, aged just 30 years and 33 years respectively, who had gone missing from Tamu in the Indo-Myanmar border on the 11th of February, were found from a jungle in Manipur's Chandel district on the 20th of February. The relatives of the victims said that the 2 would often go to Myanmar for business purposes. The bodies of the victims, which were taken to the JNIMS hospital mortuary, were burnt and bore many other marks of torture reportedly meted out by valley-based militants. Chief Minister O. Ibobi Singh, who visited the bereaved families, joined many local people in condemning this act of violence in strong words. The Chief Minister announced an ex gratia amount of rupees 5 lakh to the next of kin of the victims.
Masi akoi both the country maikai animaktagi Myanmar side tagi su masigumda involved to heinous crime se inhuman noiba crime India gi side tagi India gi any organization nama involved to amta su it should be condemned strongest time the condemn to godam ni masi yamna cowardly act ni yamna pangdaba ek ni masida torami si inhuman noiba adugumba ek ni award patu state government degi hapaga akhoi moi victim amamamda lakh manga gi akhoi ex gratia pigani haida akhoi government ne sumaina decide tore
हम ये कहना चाहते हैं जो सीएम हमारे को कह के गए हैं हम उसके वजह से बहुत खुश हैं बच्चे तो हम लोग के आ नहीं सकते मगर उनके बच्चों के लिए जो वो कह के गए हैं भविष्य सुधारने के लिए जो पैसे देने के लिए जो भी कुछ करके गए हैं हम उसमें बहुत सहमत हैं अगर हमको वो होना चाहिए.
This was, however, not the only crime committed by militants of Manipur in the last fortnight. This is a sit-in protest of women residents of Deola Land, Imphal West, which took place on the 21st of February. Carrying telling placards which bore messages like "Don't play with bombs, life is precious," "Bomb only kills, does not heal," and "Stop this terrorist act of bombing," the women were protesting against a bomb attack on the residence of MLA of Ukhrul, Samuel Rissom, which injured a local person in the right ear. The injured was rushed to the nearby Christian hospital wherein he received medical help. The protesters came from various communities of the state like the senior citizen Ilangbam Baby Gill, a Punjabi lady married to a Manipuri. Goes to show that all normal human beings, irrespective of community, condemn violence on the innocent.
मुझे तो चाहिए कि सिर्फ ये मेरा दूल्हा लैंड कॉलोनी का नहीं है, पूरा मणिपुर में ये सब घटना नहीं होना चाहिए. ये बहुत ख़राब है. इनोसेंट पर्सन बहुत लोग को तकलीफ़ होता है. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. बिल्कुल शांति चाहिए मुझे. बस यही बोलना है मुझे.
The education sector of Arunachal Pradesh is all set to get a boost in the coming years. The Arunachal Pradesh government has recently released Rs 29 crore as the state's matching share for implementation of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan in the state. This will facilitate the Union Human Resource Development Ministry to release the remaining Rs 175 crore to the state. The Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan or SSA was implemented full-fledged in the state only in 2005-2006. From then, education has been steadily improving with more and more children going to school. The number of schools has seen an increase from 1,662 in 2001 to over 2,500 schools in 2013. This has been possible largely due to the fact that the state government has made education free up to 14 years of age to all. To encourage female literacy, the government also provides stipends between Rs 1,000 to Rs 3,000 per month to girl students depending on their class, over and above the SSA incentives of giving free uniforms, textbooks and midday meals to students. The state has a literacy level of 66.96% as per the 2011 census, a figure which the state government intends to raise to 100% literacy by the end of the current 12th five-year plans ending in 2017. Youth from all states of the Northeast got a fabulous chance to interact with each other, watch and learn about each other's culture, lifestyle, language and so on during the 4th Northeast NSS Festival held recently in the Vivekananda Stadium of Agartala, Tripura. Inaugurated with releasing of balloons by State Chief Minister Shri Manik Sarkar and much joint singing by youth from all the states, the festival witnessed raising of awareness of important social issues by the youth. The NSS units of the Northeast have taken part in various commendable activities like organizing blood donation camps, listing down of volunteers for posthumous eye donation, body part donation, etc. Apart from social activities, the youth showed their courage and talent by taking part in biking stunts, as also highlighting their culture to a vast audience, who were regaled with Riyang dance from Tripura, Manipuri dance, Bodo dance, bamboo dance from Mizoram, etc. Apart from the NSS festival, people of Tripura, specifically the youth, also thronged and enjoyed the 32nd Agartala Book Fair at the Umakanta Academy ground. Altogether, 115 publications including 65 from Tripura, 40 from West Bengal, 5 from Assam, 3 from Delhi and 2 from neighbouring states took part and sold their books at discounted prices to book lovers. Then there was participation from British Council, which registered readers for its online reading service, participation from government departments like the National Book Trust, etc.
British Council introduced an online library. For that, for membership, they should have to register their name with 1100 annually. They can access, after that, they can access 85,000 ebooks and 14,000 e-journals. Those books are on academic, on different subjects.
In fact, it was the high turnout of people here which encouraged the election department of the state to open stall during this event to encourage the youth to vote. Getting optimal production from agriculture in the hilly region is a challenge that Nagaland faces. To rise up and meet this challenge, the ICAR, or Indian Council for Agricultural Research, organized a 3-day national seminar on emerging challenges and prospective strategies for hill agriculture at their complex at Jharnapani in Medzifema, Nagaland. The occasion saw the inauguration of a new citrus processing unit by Nagaland Governor Mr. Ashwini Kumar. The unit can boast of modern technology machines like juice pasteurizer, high-speed centrifuge, etc. Besides, a whole team of agricultural scientists had flown into Nagaland for the occasion, and they too gave valuable know-how to farmers even as the guest of honor, former DDG Horticulture of ICAR, New Delhi, suggested one and all to switch to technology and science for bright future in this sector. The Honorable Governor praised the farming sector of Nagaland for increase in production while encouraging them to do better in future, taking help of scientists in the field.
In spite of the economic slowdown, the farm sector is expected to achieve growth rate of nearly 4.8%.